Hi friends, so today we'll see the package creation part, package setup in Node.js MySQL for our CRUD application. Okay, so this is CRUD application, basically create, read, update and delete application where we will install the package setup. As per our last video, which we will continue it from it, we have our server.js file. Now what we have to do, we will install some packages. We'll go to npm.js.com and install the nodemon packages. Now, why this nodemon is used? Nodemon is used basically for the middleware application where we have to run the middleware and we have to test the application. Okay, so we have to secure the application basically. So we will go here node npm.js.com and then we will install our locally. So we can also install this globally, the nodemon packages. So we will just type here nodemon, we'll get search here, we'll click on it. Okay, and here you can install it by globally and also by this is the global by -g. And if you want to install it locally, okay, you can also do it by GitHub. And so we will install it by locally. Simple command will run in our application in our terminal. So I will go to the terminal here in Visual Studio Code and I will do control C because my server is running previously. As we have seen in our last video, our application were running. Okay, so I will run this command npm I nodemon and press enter. Okay, now after pressing enter, we will see that here zero vulnerabilities found, added 29 packages. So we are good to go. With the next step, we will check out the package.json file. So package.json file, we will see here that our nodemon packages get installed. This is the version you can see. This is nodemon 3.1. This is the dependency which is required for running our application. Now we'll run the test tab. Now we'll mention the file name here in server nodemon. Okay, so in the server tab we'll go in our file name. Here we will mention in the server tab. So in the script tab we'll mention because in our test we have that. So we will put the server here and we will do the wait. So because we are running Git script, that's the reason we have to mention it likewise server tab and we will put it here install nodemon. Okay, this is the we can mention it the message and we will do it in this way. So basically this is the script where we have to test this package by script name by running the app. Okay, so now we will check again. Okay, so after installing this package, we will run our test the app. So I will go to the server.js file. Okay, so this is the we have mentioned the file name in our script. This is the connotation we have used server and nodemon.js. Okay, since we are using nodemon package and we are using the server.js file, so that's the reason we have mentioned here because this is our main file. You can also mention index.js in your application. Okay, so next what we will do, we will edit our this file and here I will put a simple welcome message. This is the welcome message in our server.js file and I will run this test the app. I will do the how we can test so test npm run script name. What is your script name in your case? So this is server.js file. In your case might be index.js file. So I will simply mention server.js. Okay, so now I will test the application and here I will paste it. So let's see. Okay, we can remove the server because in the script we have given the server. That's the reason. Good, our server is going running. Now we will go here and we test the application. This is on our port number 8000. So here we will check and after that we will put here test because our in the server.js file we have the get in that gets we have the test folder. Okay, so here we are using it on 8 port number 8080 because we have mentioned the port as in server.js as package.log.json file. And so let's see what is SQL server is running. Let me check. So localhost we will try localhost, and through that we will try localhost. So 8080 will test. So once we run the terminal, we will see here the changes. Our server is running here. Okay, this is the extension you can see, and suppose I have to check the path now. Other terminal window I will open. So the server is being started here. Now I will press enter, and again I will go to my application here. Its server is running on port. Wait, we will see what is missing here. Okay, port we have removed it here. That's the reason. So 8080 if you will run 8080 I will put. Okay, 8000 is the default port. So again, we will check here and we will do test 8000. See, the welcome message gets printed. And if I will change the port number here, so there also we have to change the port number. So 8080 also it will run. Okay, so this welcome message gets printed. So we are good with it. And now we will go again with our application. Now we will check for other packages. We'll install the middleware now. Okay, so this package name Morgan we will install now. Okay, so we will define it in server.js. So Morgan package we have to install it. So Morgan package we will use. Okay, so again I will go to my npmjs.com now, and here I will type the package name as Morgan. So this is our middleware which is responsible for managing the script part. Okay, so in server.js I will have defined this code middleware. Okay, and now I will install the Morgan package before installing the middleware. So that will use it in our application for usage. So how we can use it? So we have to define it as we middleware we have defined it. So basically for the best part we will use here, can use the middleware as const, and again we can mention it in our Morgan package. How we can mention it, define it? This is the basic way we can define it in our server.js file, which is the Morgan file. This is the package we have defined it. So basically this is the HTTP request logger middleware for Node.js, and in that way we can define it. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to again check for our next middleware part, how we can use it. So we can use it in our dev environment in this form. So app.use, basically we can use it here in the more specific way. This I will remove it here. Okay, so this is my middleware. So basically, this is the documentation is very necessary for managing the application part. So that's the reason we have mentioned here. Now, we have to secure the port number through env package. So because why we are securing the port in order to ensure that our port number don't get hacked by anyone. So that's the reason we will make the changes in a port number. We will secure our port number through package name. So for this we have a .env package, so that we will install it by this command line in our terminal. So we will go to our terminal and we will do Control C in order to our server. Okay, so we'll skip the job. We have to terminate the job, and again I will run .env, and this is the package we have installed. Okay, so for this now I will, in the root directory I will create a file .env. Okay, we will create an env file in our root directory in order to ensure that everything is in place. So I will create a new file here .env. So this is the file which is used for securing the port number which we will use. Now in that env file we will define this port number, because we have to define secure this. So that's the reason we will define it in our env file. This is the env file we have defined with the port number 8080. Now we'll restart the server and again import the env file. Okay, so what for restarting, already we have restarted this after installing the node .env package. Okay, so we will see the package.json file whether that is installed or not. So .env is installed, package is installed. Now we are good to secure it and configure that .env package in server.js file. So how we can configure in server.js file? That's our tradition. So I will close other files, okay, and keep only server.js file in order to avoid confusion. So I will put it here constant.env equal to require, so that file.env gets secured. Okay, so .env file we have defined. Now we have to configure it. So I will write cd.env. We have to configure this. So that comment I have given .env we have configured, and I will put semicolon if you want. Now use the process variable to define the port. Okay, so why we use port process variable? In order to maintain the port number security. Okay, so that's the reason we will use the process variable to define the port. So for this reason, I will comment out this, and we will define a new command here that will be more of ease. So this env port number we have means env file, we have defined the port number 8080. It will take it from here, and in that case, if 8080 port doesn't work in any case, then in that case it will use 8000 port. Okay, so that's the reason we have used here. Now we will again change or modify listen code in server.js file, because will give other message here. Okay, so that will be server running on port. We will write here server running on port and dollar, and in the process variable which we have defined it upstairs, this process variable will copy here and process.env. So this file which we have mentioned it here, that is used for managing the code, means securing the port number. Now I will test the application, which is very easy. So I will run the command npm run server.js, or we can write server only. Okay. So what is missing here? Waiting for application clear, waiting for file before starting. Okay, so I will again change my that server running on port. So it will again, I will have to close the application first because it's already running there. Okay, then I will refresh it. Cannot find module Morgan. Yeah, to terminate the job. Okay, so before this, we have to defining the middleware. We forgot to install the Morgan package, so we will install it by this line npm I Morgan. Okay, so that will complete our documentation as well, and we will install it in our terminal. Okay, I will open it another terminal, or and here I will install it a fresh terminal and npm install Morgan. Okay, so that Morgan, because see 5 packages it has added, and now we can see it in our package.json file. This is the Morgan package. Okay, now we are good to go with running our application. Npm run server.js, and here again I will complete log server.js. Okay, so again server only I will mention, and here I will server.js. I will again change my message. Welcome to our, instead of welcome I will write Nodejs CRUD MySQL. Okay, and save this file and run again it npm run server running on port. Okay, so $process.env, it has not been checked now. Okay, now let's see here 127 on 8000. test if I will do. Okay, see our code gets come, and if because it's not running on 8080, so because it is an there is an error here. So now we can see here that this is very useful for managing the the API part, because here also it's very useful for debugging. See, on the root directory it is giving the this, and on the test directory it will displaying this. Okay, so that is very useful for us. So friends, so we have again set up this npm Morgan package, and after installing the Morgan package, we'll check our port number for the listening part. So basically we have fixed it now, the server running on port, because that was missing here. Backtick you can use here, which is you will find above the tab button. Okay, so here also, and that also are near the port number. And now we will run our code by, we will terminate it, and we will again npm run server, and see now server running on port 8080. Okay, so we have achieved it by environment variable by defining the port 8080 here, because uh, if this condition does not exist, means like suppose it is not running on port 8080, then it will, in that case it will run on port 8000. Now we'll quickly test our application. Okay, so we will go here and we will go localhost, and then we can also 127.0 dot also on 8080 port we have to test, because that we have defined it here, and I test here we can find it. And if I remove the test, because the test we have defined in server.js file, this is our get parameter, which is routes. And now we will again remove, if you can remove test, then it will not print our message, it will not get the route parameter. Okay, so I will again do control Z, and it will print node.js to MySQL. So this is all about our npm server running on port security, for which we have achieved through by creating an env file and manages the error part. Okay, again we have to restart the server. If you want to check, I will terminate the job and npm run server. So basically it is basically very useful for a Morgan package, is very useful for debugging parameters, because here you can see when we have run the test part, then it shows the error. So on the root part, it has not printed it. And when we do the get here, then it has not printed it. So, and when we have clicked on here test, then it is easily printed it. So this is the server security we have done on the port number, like defining the environment variable for the package creation part. So this is all about our package setup in our Node.js for code application. Thank you for watching.